Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. This is the end-of-credit trailer breakdown for season 7, episode 9, entitled Three's a Crowd. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell somebody to tell somebody. If not, just sit back and relax while we get into this messy thing. Now, I sound incredibly raspy. I don't know where this came from. I was sounding normal just 15 minutes ago, but it is what it is. Here we go. Karen let Zach know that she's having twins, and his response is, "What?" He looked just as shocked as she did when she got the news. I said, baby, this is going to be hilarious because in the trailer, the extended trailer, Zach is exceedingly happy that Karen is having twins. They hand Fatima a picture and she's like, I'm having twins. I said, baby, it ain't funny, but it's funny because I can only imagine what Fatima was thinking and feeling in that moment, which I know some people are not going to agree with me when I say this, but y'all know I don't give two damns. Fatima should not have been at that appointment. There was no reason why she should have been at that appointment. Zach is more than capable of informing her as to what was going on with Karen and now the the children, the paternity, all of that. Some people feel as if, Fatima had every right to be at the appointment because she was going to support Zach. Now, in my personal opinion, I felt like that was a bunch of BS. Fatima was not going there to support Zach. All he was doing was getting blood drawn. He wasn't experiencing mediation, going to court, meeting with a lawyer. He was literally going to get blood drawn. Tell me, in what world would she need to be there? The truth of the matter is, Fatima does not trust Zach with Karen. I don't believe she trusts Zach at all. I don't blame her, but at least tell him that. To me, Fatima being at that appointment showed her insecurity, it showed the jealousy, and it showed the uneasiness that she feels when it comes to this whole pregnancy situation with Zach. However, I do want her to verbalize what she feels. But then again, your little feelings wouldn't have got hurt, sis, if you wouldn't have been there. Period. So then we see the scene, they're back at home, and Fatima is telling Zach that, Karen sprung this crazy news on us today. I said, wait a minute, sis. That girl ain't spring nothing up on y'all. She didn't know about it either. She probably literally found out 5 to 10 minutes before she relayed the information to Zach. But for her being pregnant with twins and it's crazy news, wow. I'm going to get on that a little later. But she also tells Zach that she feels as if he wasn't listening to her and he wasn't considering her feelings. This is very reminiscent to the whole fire situation. Fatima has a way to flip these things to be about her. Because in my mind, what was that supposed to consider? Your feelings in what way? If you would not have been there, certain things wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't have saw Zach rubbing on Karen's stomach. You wouldn't have seen the joy and the excitement on his face. And I think one of the main issues that's going to happen is I know that Zach does want to be the father of Karen's child. I know that he also wants to enjoy this journey. And it's going to be very difficult if he has to stop and slow down how he feels to appease Fatima. He's only gonna do that so many times because he went from being overjoyed, making jokes, rubbing Karen's stomach to he sees Fatima and his entire countenance on his face changed because it's like, oh, I got caught. I wasn't supposed to be, doing this. And it's like, no, you can, because there was nothing sexual about it. He was enjoying that moment. And I know there are people out there who just want Zach to hate and despise Karen. And the truth of the matter is he doesn't. And he should be able to enjoy this journey of fatherhood because he didn't get the opportunity to experience that with Michael. So I don't think Zach did anything wrong with that. And I'm not quite sure. I know that they could edit these trailers in a real, funny and finicky way. I do not understand what Fatima means when she says that Zach wasn't considering her feelings, because it just wasn't about you. And maybe you shouldn't have been there, then there wouldn't have been any feelings to consider. And that's just me, and I'm going to just leave it at that. Let's move right on along. Now we see a scene with Grayson and Maurice. Basically, to me, Grayson is good to look at, but other than that, I don't know what I'm supposed to make of him. Is he Maurice's boyfriend? Are they in a committed relationship? Are they just seeing each other because they've only dealt with each other for a month? And so basically, Grayson is asking Maurice, is he going to continue with his fixation page? And Maurice basically lets him know that that's how he pays his bills. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, why is Grayson asking this question? Do you want to take care of Maurice financially? Because at this point, you haven't invested enough for him to consider doing anything to appease you, especially when it's going to come to him not being able to take care of himself financially. So like I said, the writers, I don't care about Grayson. He could not ever show up on the show again, and I wouldn't care, because they have not created an opportunity for me as a viewer to care about him, other than the fact that he looks good. I don't know the dynamic with him and Maurice. We know nothing about him. I don't really care about him. Who is he? So I don't know. I don't know how the writers want us to feel about this character. But as far as Allie is concerned, I don't give two damns about him. Then Miss Lady, you know, the self-made billionaire, she shows up to Gary's office. And she's basically like, you don't know when to stand when a woman is in your presence. You know what I'm saying? And then we see Andy and Penelope. Now, I ain't going to hold y'all. When we first got introduced to Penelope, in the words of Medea, I had a little sipitation for her, all right? I had a little sipitation. But the more and more Penelope stays on this show, the more and more I believe her to be simple-minded. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's sniffing coke with Gary's ass. Andy tells Penelope that she wants her to get far away from Gary as she possibly can. Penelope tells her, you're scaring me. I said, sis, the things that you already know about Gary should scare you. The things that you already know concerning Gary should have had your ass out of Dodge long time ago. I'm not sure why Penelope is playing with Gary. I'm not sure why Penelope is acting like it's no big deal. Now you're scared. You found a passport with his picture under a different name. Light bulb didn't go off, Penelope. You're pregnant. And in the timeline of SISTAS, you like 11 months pregnant, sis. And you still ain't had this baby. Time keep on going. But ain't nobody dropped no kids yet. I said, Penelope, I can't. Andy is simple-minded too. And I just don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I really don't. I don't understand. I honestly, like, no lie, I don't even understand Penelope's presence on this show anymore, because what the hell? What does Gary have to do? What more does he have to show? He is emotionally and verbally abusive to you. I don't think he has physically abused Penelope, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Why are you sticking around, ma'am? It just makes no sense. I want to thank everybody for your condolences, your prayers, those who have reached out to me. I not the live that just passed, but the week before, I talked about how, you know, I lost a family member and everything like that. So that's why a lot of my videos are going to be coming out when they're coming out, because I enjoyed my family this weekend. That's probably why I'm sounding like this, because it was cold in Florida. Yeah, that's probably why my voice sounds like this. But yes, I just want to thank everybody. I appreciate it. It means a lot. But yeah, so until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there. Bye.